And it's going to be a good end to today for the Rally X visit to Latvia, because we've got one more race to go. The Supercar Lites just switching order with the supercars there, ready to go, with Martin Expieth on pole position. Kasper Janssen is with him at the front. Isaac Schockvist on the second row. Ole Henry Steinsholt for company. Matthias Janssen on the third row with Simon Olofsson alongside him. Olofsson, the championship leader, last on the grid. 3 wins to his name. Lights go green. Good start made by Schockvist, but again the road narrows ahead of him. Olofsson on the outside line tries to work out what he can do to dive up the order as they turn into turn 1. Then it's going to be Expieth that leads the way, and he's all kicking off for second place as now Olofsson tries to get to the outside line there of Steinsholt, but he can't do it, and up the inside comes Matthias Janssen, so Olofsson gets mugged and gets pushed down to last.
Classic scenario with a driver leading the championship by a comfortable margin, not wanting to get involved in the fight, trying to place the car in the right position. Really difficult for Simon Olofsson. He's running 6th, but that was the perfect start, wasn't it, for Expieth? Executed brilliantly. He's so keen to win a final after his great performance on Friday.
Nose to tail for the lead then. Expieth it is. He leads the way, but only just as the cars accelerate then up towards the completion of lap 1. The top 2 nose to tail stay on that standard lap. Expieth second on Friday, first visit to a final. Now he leads and he was on pole position. Is this going to be the perfect way to round out the weekend? Not if Kasper Janssen has any say in it, but he goes wide then. And drama for the leader. Front left corner is broken, and Expieth's going to struggle to get the car turned here. That's it, he's done, he's out of the race.
What a shame. He did everything right in the first couple of corners. There's Simon Olofsson just passing him now. Ole Henry Steinholt out of shot, went into the Joker, and there is his teammate Kasper Janssen, who just like Expieth has woken up this weekend. Been a great performance so far today from Janssen, and now he's in the pound seat with the leader going out.
You've got a feel for Expieth though. That was a great drive up until that mechanical failure. So now Kasper Janssen it is who is going to be clear of Isaac Schockvist in second place, Matthias Janssen third, and Simon Olofsson is starting to chip his way up the order then. There's only been Steinsholt that has jokered. We've lost Expieth from the battle, and the 3 leaders stay on standard lap, looking to see where Olofsson is. There he is, he's on standard lap as well. Up to the end of lap 2 of 5 they come. They're second. Schockvist getting a bit sideways. That brings Janssen almost up the inside of him, not quite.
Schockvist on a bit of a charge. Janssen couldn't find a way through, just couldn't get the traction down through that final corner. Schockvist is race sharp, been racing every weekend for a little while now, under big pressure from Janssen. Kasper Janssen, meanwhile, he's not getting away massively, but he's doing a good job to maintain that margin.
Indeed so, and that's all he needs to do now. Doesn't matter about the time, you can only have to win by a thousandth of a second as long as you win. So Kasper Janssen leads the way. Fastest lap to Ole Henry Steinsholt, who's the only one that's jokered, and he's chipping his way back onto the tail, isn't he, of Olofsson, who is in 4th. Janssen, of course, a bit delayed by squabbling with Schockvist. And this time, Janssen from 3rd. Matthias Janssen does go joker. Kasper Janssen hangs on to his lead. Now let's see what this is going to do for Steinsholt, who was the first one to joker relative to Matthias Janssen. Up to the end of the lap they will come now. They're all sideways is Matthias Janssen. So Kasper Janssen leads Schockvist, Olofsson is 3rd, and Steinsholt goes back ahead of Matthias Janssen on the joker.
Steinsholt's been on a big charge, had done the fastest lap of the race so far last time around. That's now been taken by Schockvist, who went just a couple of thousandths faster than the race leader. Janssen also on a push. Will be giving the hurry up by his OMSE spotters, saying Isaac's on a charge. Schockvist's been run by the Hedgesons Motorsport team this year. Not been going odd. Has he done something over the jump there? Looks like a lot of steam came out of the engine bay as he landed, but hasn't lost pace as yet.
I think it's bodywork on a tyre, isn't it? It just looks as though in the compression, unless it's a suspension
I think he's broken
driver.
the damper. Look at the wheel moving around in the arch. It looks like the damper's collapsed, or he's lost all of its pressure.
Let's have a look. It's okay on the tarmac, and the pace is still reasonable. Kasper Janssen leads the way. Isaac Schockvist then in second place. There's the best of the joker drivers, which is Steinsholt, but he's too far back to take the race lead on the joker lap. He's ahead of Matthias Janssen. Simon Olofsson are a bit disappointing in 5th place. That's last at the moment. Here are the race leaders. The gap between them was only 1.2 seconds, but Schockvist's car now is not as happy as it was at the start of the lap, but the smoke's gone for the moment.
Olofsson must have an issue because he's dropped right off the back of the field. I'm a bit disappointed because I spent so long working out the drop score maths and where he needed to be to seal the championship, but it's not going to be this weekend, especially with Steinsholt doing such a good job to claw himself back into the title fight with 1 round to go.
So, last lap, and it's going to be the Joker lap this time. It has to be for Kasper Janssen and Isaac Schrockvist in the last race of the weekend. Kasper Janssen is set for a maiden victory within Supercar Lites this year. He makes his way now through that last corner for second place. Steinsholt tries to jump ahead of Schrockvist. They're side by side. Kasper Janssen wins, and second across the line is Steinsholt. Down to third is Schrockvist. Fourth, Mathias Janssen. Simon Olofsson is fifth. A very happy Andreas Eriksson then looks on from the spotter's tower, but Kasper Janssen has done it. The Swedish driver takes honours then, and that was a really impressive drive. He didn't even qualify for the final on Friday, and he wins it on Sunday.
A 1-2 for the OMSE squad. They haven't had the easiest of seasons in Supercar Lites. The cars that they created in the first place, they'll be delighted. You saw the Eriksson father and son duo in the spotter's tower celebrating there. Schrockvist got forced out wide quite firmly by Steinsholt in turn 2. Did well to come back from that. That was Janssen dive-bombing Olofsson into 4. Janssen then ran wide on the exit. This is when XPF's car gave up. Such a shame for him. He'd done everything right. Okay, maybe he touched having to break the suspension. Maybe it was fatigue and just broke anyway, but he'd done such a good job this weekend. He can leave here on a massive high. Kasper Janssen, though, turned his season around this weekend. There was a lot of smoke and or steam or something at the back of the car, and it looked like, yeah, the wheel is moving around a lot in the wheel arch of Schrockvist's car. Did salvage a podium in the end, though. So close with Steinsholt at the Joker merge. But what a good job from Kasper Janssen.
Let's go to Molly.
Kasper, incredible, well done. That looks like a very tough final as well, but you did it. First win of the season.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's supposed to be win of the season in Nordic, and that's really nice.
Talk us through the final, because there was so much going on there.
Yeah, it was so much, and he did a little mistake and drive into the barrier, and yeah, it was a good final for me, and yeah, he takes it from there. Good speed. Thank you.
Well, a really, really good drive by Kasper Janssen to round out a great weekend of racing here at this Pinkaniki circuit. And Kasper Janssen's winning margin 1.6 seconds over Ole Henry Steinsholt. Isaac Schrockvist in third from Mathias Janssen. Simon Olofsson only fifth, possibly with a problem. And you've got to feel for Martin Expius, who was leading and looked like he could be on for his first victory. And then it turned out to be a retirement with broken suspension.